So today, it's basically just a video of me kind of hanging out with the horses, letting them graze up here. It's on top of the hill. And I'm also going to do a barn tour. So let's get into it. Okay, so as we walk up to the barn, obviously this is the entrance. You can pull that bar back, but we just duck underneath it. This is where all the bedding, muck forks, brooms, the fans from the summer, all of this stuff, like the bedding and the compressed wood pellets are in there. And then we come across to here, and this is the tack room. It's a bit of a mess. It's actually the tack room and the feed room. We have light. And yeah, everything is a little bit disorganized right now. But we've got 6 saddle racks. We've got a bareback pad and some saddle pads on there. More saddle pads and a girth. One of my saddles, and then we've got 2 western saddles. My other saddle is somewhere else. So not exactly sure where that went. Also, we got bridle hooks, helmets, girths. We've got a lot of stuff. And then moving on down, we've got the hay area and a random saddle pad. So in here, this is the really rich green hay, and then this is the less sugary, older hay that Willow is on because she's got a little bit of a sugar sensitivity because she's a pony, and we're just trying to keep her sugar level down, and Mickey gets the richer hay just because he can have some richer hay. And then, of course, we've got the stalls, and we also have 2 little tack boxes. I'm just gonna hang that there because that's Willow's. I'm just kind of picking up as we go because I'm a mess. But in this box is typically where Mickey's blanket is, but it's currently on him. We've got an ear bonnet, the reins to my bitless bridle. I don't know why I took them off, but they're in there. And then, this is actually Willow's box. Allison Equestrian got it for her, because we share Willow, in case you guys did not know that. And we've got like her grooming bucket, a bathing bucket. We've got some sponges, we've got a little snack box, some waters. Yeah, it's nice. And then, my hands are cold, so I'm struggling to do stuff. You can come over here and look at this. Liz got her little shoes for when she was having a little bit of sensitivity in her feet because her feet were turned too short. We've got Willow's fly stuff kind of piled there at the bottom. Mickey's fly mask right here. These are just standing wraps and polos and a little fly thing that goes behind the saddle. Mickey's cooler. And we've got Mickey's jumping boots, my super old half chaps, some more standing wraps. Yeah, it's a mess. It needs to be cleaned up over here. But then, moving on down, we got his grooming bucket, which is supposed to be over there. And all 3 of these are actually just filled with stall dry. Or, not that one, apparently. The one that I can't open isn't. But they're filled with style dry and they've got a few scoops in them. And then, once again, get the hay cart, so like when we're moving hay, don't get hay everywhere. And over here, we've got, I'm not sure what that is. We got some like betadine scrub for if they get a cut. Epsom salt stuff for if they have an abscess. Dawn dish soap for washing them if they have anything wrong. This is a betadine alcohol solution, or iodine alcohol solution, and we use it to clean thrush out of their feet if they get thrush. Of course, this is like the saddle cleaning bin. It's got leather, soap, oil, all that stuff. Got sponges for cleaning stuff, a bunch of different brushes in here. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's a saddle rack. Because we also, on top of having the saddle racks in the tack room, we've got one here that Mickey has enjoyed eating. If I can, there. Like that one. We've got one right here that we can use. And we had one before we moved this cabinet to be right there. There's a spot we could put one behind there. Oh, we also have that thing for moving hay. Alright, moving out of the barn. Oh, we also have pitchforks right there. And these are the light switches. Because this light switch, there's lights inside the stalls and in the outside covered areas. Alright. And this is the like halters and lead ropes and stuff. And it has to be on Willow's stall because the pig will just eat them. Like, literally. He eats them or drags them into his stalls and just destroys them. So we learned that the hard way. So this is Willow's stall. She's got a mineral block and a white salt block. She's got her hay net because she sometimes eats her hay a little too fast. And then this area is like a semi-covered area, so it's not really the stall. And she always has access to all of this. This is her little field that she always has access to. She's got her water trough, her dry lot, her like semi-covered area, and then she's got her stall. And when she's fed, she sometimes gets fed in here, other times she gets fed in the stall. It just really depends where she's at the moment. And then Mickey has his stall over there, in there. And he also has a small covered area. And he's got this run that goes all the way down and out. And occasionally he'll be locked in here, like at night or if there's a storm. Because he destroys grass at night if there's rain. And so moving out here, oh, there's a bee. There's a chipmunk. There's a chipmunk. There's a chipmunk. No, there it goes. Anyways, like out here, that's the hay barn. That is the hay barn. And then it moves to a shop for the owner of the barn. Like that's his workshop and stuff. And I'm gonna go down to the arena right now. Which, so this area, that area right there, they did not have access to. But we can actually take off some of the fence boards right here, so they can get up in there, but currently we're not letting them do that. Actually, I'll show you guys the back pasture before I go into the arena. And we had a wire fence up here, but it wasn't very visible, so Mickey had accidentally run through it a few times. So we just took it down, set up those panels, because I can actually step through here now. But he would like run up here. There's a checkered wire fence that runs right here that he never went through. He sees it pretty well, and there's also the fence that goes along right here, all the way back there. So we just put the round pin panels up so they meet with the checkered fence, and just pulled all of this wire. So now he can come up here and run through wherever he wants. And the reason he was running through, we also took the wire right here, was because he's too afraid to go through the gate when there's this. An empty water trough. That is the brain level of this horse. But there's another little fenced-in area around the pine trees because we don't want the horses rubbing up against them or eating them, which that's something Mickey would do. Also, Mickey is afraid of this water trough. He's got a thing with empty water troughs. Even full ones sometimes. He'll just decide that they're scary. Alright, so this is the indoor arena. We've got the hose for making it like wet down so it doesn't get too dusty. We've got a flag for training. We've got the lunge whip. We've got some smaller whips. And then we've got the surcingle. I don't know why we have a stick, but we just have a stick. I've got my bareback clip-on reins. Oh, my gloves. I'm going to put these on. We've got a broken bosal, a neck rope, the sprinkler, because sometimes we'll let down the arena with that. We've got a stiff brush, and then we've got 3 lunge lines, because clearly you need 3 lunge lines when you have 2 horses. Got a random chair. And then typically I would have jumps set up in the arena, but since I'm not jumping either of the horses right now, I just kind of have them piled in the corner. And yeah, we've got 4 of the white PVC poles, 1 beautiful green and white pole, 2 heavy wooden log ones, a crooked branch that we use as a pole, and we have a yoga ball, but who doesn't need a yoga ball occasionally? And yeah, so we've also got a sled which we'll fill with water occasionally, and then we have the actually just pieces of chain fence that we attach behind the tractor. And when we attach them behind the tractor, we can actually drag the arena like that. And then we also use the tractor to pull the fertilizer spreader, which we put like the arena salt in it, which keeps it like wet down, keeps the moisture in, so we don't have to wet it down as much. And then yeah, so we use the tractor for a lot around here because we use it to move hay occasionally, like when we have to move larger amounts of hay. We use it to actually pull out the hay conveyor, which we use once a year when we put the when we put the like get the load of 300 bales of hay, because we get hay once a year, and we just got 1 load. We got 2 loads actually recently, because we got 500 bales this year. Because we got 250 of the like older hay, the less green hay, and then we got 250 bales of the like really rich hay, which is the one Mickey's getting. But yeah, let's continue with the tour. Alright, so coming out of the arena, it's obviously just like the fields and stuff. But there's the outdoor arena. I think the horses are in there grazing. I'm not sure. They may have gone back up the hill. But they're in there. But yeah, this is the outdoor arena. They've got a little apple tree right there, and they've got 2 pear trees inside of the arena that are boxed off. But this gate, funny story, this gate, or the gate that was here, got crushed. When you see that stump, there was a tree there that was like super tall, like taller than both of those. And it fell and completely crushed this gate. It didn't even touch either of the fences on either side, but it crushed that gate, so now we just have a round pen panel set up there. And then I have the other gate open. But yeah, here's the water trough. That's the main, and that's the only water trough right now. There's a little crab apple tree. It's adorable. That's the bench, in case you guys didn't know what a bench was. This is the outdoor arena. It's not like a perfect oval or anything, but we'll occasionally set up jumps out here. But because it is obviously grass and it can be slicker with the horses, we never jump very big. And we don't jump that often, also because we don't want to tear up the grass. Because, yeah, we've only done that a few times. Obviously, the lean-to does not work anymore, but we're just leaving it there because who knows, maybe they'll decide to go in it. Obviously, Mickey and Willow are here. And actually, this is the way back field. I'm not going to go back there because I'm lazy and I don't want to walk. But there, it actually curves all the way up from, like, up there-ish. And there's a fence that goes all the way around. And it actually, that gate back there, that's the entrance to this field, this backfield. So it's a pretty big area, and there's quite a bit of grass back there, but the horses are afraid to go back there, or Mickey is at least, because he does not like being left alone, and Willow will often just wander away, and he freaks out, because he does not like being alone. Doesn't mind being alone when you're riding him, but if he's on the ground, he's not going to be alone. And then, so coming out of here, like, we've got all this beautifulness and that. But where you saw me during the intro, or not the, like, actual intro, but where, like, I started the actual video, we go up this hill. There's the third stall for this barn, right there. All the stalls have access to the outside, natural, or like normally. So there's a little area that Mickey and Willow seem to love going down. They go rock climbing down there, because they're horses and horses are weird. They can come up this hill. There's a wire fence that goes all the way up there. We've got this bush, which Mickey hasn't seemed to touch. Yeah, there's a little path that goes that way. I'm not sure where it goes. I've never been down there. Then you can come up here. And actually, I can't English. That right there is actually where the owner lives. They've got an above ground pool, an awesome little house. And this is their little backyard that the horses can come up and graze in. And then there's Mickey. But yeah, the horses really like it up here. Most of this area is fenced in, but some of the areas actually don't have fencing, but the horses have never ever tried to leave. Because in areas where there isn't fencing, it literally just goes into dead, dry forest with nothing. So they often don't try to go anywhere. I mean, why would they leave where the grass is? Doesn't make sense. We got some lights. I don't think they work, but we have them. Maybe we'll fix them up eventually. And then coming back through the barn, we've got the big fan for during the summer. And that yellow broom is actually used for cleaning the water trough. But if you duck back outside the barn, we've got 1, 2, 3 muck carts. And you walk past the roundabout, look at our amazing little trailer. And we've got like the trailer, the hay conveyor thing, an extra water trough, some extra wood for repairing fences. This is the inside of the hay barn. This is the green hay. That's the old hay. Got the cart for moving hay in large amounts. We've got some random stuff over here. This is where they park the big tractor. We actually don't use this one, or it's not here right now, but the tractor that parks in here is not the one we use for grading the arena. We use my tractor, which is the little lawn tractor. We've got just some cool stuff. Randomness. And then this is his workshop. It's definitely not anywhere close to finished. But yeah, and then lastly, we've just got the little 2-stall barn right there. This is actually an add-on to, like, this is the original just barn, and they added on all of this. And, like, yeah, it's just 2 stalls, a little barn. There's a tack room in that barn, and a little area for hay storage. But this is where actually Willow and Sailor were first kept, and also where the demon mule was kept. But, yeah, that's it, really. And then also there's, if you follow that path, it's actually how I get back to my house. And there's like a teardrop-shaped trail right there. That's where we set up jumps, and we kind of just hang out over there. But that's it. Alright, so that's it for the video. There was a little part of, we hung out with the horses for a little, just kind of played around up there. And then I showed you a little barn tour. So now you know what it's like at my barn. Or not my barn, my neighbor's barn. But I'm really cold, so that's why my nose is red. It's really cold out. It's like 40 degrees. I know, some people are going to be like, oh, it's not got that cold. But listen, I am wearing a sweatshirt, and that's it. And really, really thin pants. Like, really thin. Because I was stupid and thought, oh, it's not going to be that cold. Yeah, it is. But, oh yeah, I didn't show this in the barn tour, but this is the trails. This little path is the path we always go down, because it is the one that leads from my house to the barn. And obviously, once we get down here, we can go 3 ways. We can go to my house, and actually both of these meet up. Typically, we go this way because there's a steep hill that we go up, and then there's the big flat ridge, and it comes all the way down, and it's the little pathway. So yeah, that's about it. It's kind of what's going on at the barn. Actually, both Willow and Mickey are feeling a lot better. Neither of them are limping anymore, but we're just kind of taking it really slow because Mickey's still young, and we want him to, whether we keep him or sell him, no matter what happens, we don't want him to be ruined at 10 when he could possibly be working until like 20. So just keep him safe, heal him slow. We're kind of just working walk trot now. We'll occasionally do walk trot canter if he's feeling really good that day, but I'll base it off of how he's feeling, how I'm feeling. If anything feels off, we don't do anything more than a trot, just because I kind of want to keep him safe.